Alright, so I'm going to split this video up into a couple parts in case you don't want to watch a super big long video and you just want to know how to take everything out. But we will be now rewiring and running a new speaker system, so that's going to be part 2. Stay tuned. Alright, so we're going to be needing to get to the back of the head unit, so we're going to start with that. My shift knob just unscrews. Also fun, almost knocked my camera over, fun little custom shift knob. Once again, no shameless promotion or anything, but that's from Nifty Shifters. You can look them up on Facebook. Got it to kind of match. And the lighting in here is terrible. There you go. Match my car. Anyways. This part, as far as your shift boot, just pops off. You can just kind of yank it. You don't need a lot of force for this. And I've had mine off multiple times at this point. So this is the wiring for my underglow, which I know you think is lame. That's fine. Just gonna unclip that. Shift boots out of the way. And then this whole thing, once again, is also pretty much just going to pop off. So you just give it a little yank. That's going to pop right off. I'm going to need to move that out of the way. I need to take that off, actually. Put a magnet. About that. Go. Also, that's another little nifty thing that I got for this car. And then this is just going to pop off. Doesn't take a ton of force, but a little. Stuck at the top. That pops off. And then back behind here, you're going to need to disconnect all these plugs from the back. It's pretty self-explanatory. So once I get that, we have the head unit kind of ready to go so we can mess with it. We'll show you what we're doing with that later. Okay, so as far as the door panels go, that's where these plastic tools are going to come in handy. So there's me a little clip here. Pop that out. These are prone to breaking, by the way. And then what you can do, basically pull from the cup, the door cup, and it should pop out. There we go. There you go. And then you're going to need to unclip the wiring harness for the mirror back here, as well as the window controls. So you're probably going to need like a flathead or something, but basically you're going to need to unclip that. And then this actually has a couple screws in it. They're just Phillips head. You're going to unscrew that so we can take this door cup off. Okay, so we got that off. There's also going to be a couple small screws holding the door panel on. You'll see them. Or if you don't see them, you'll forget they're there and you'll break the little mount piece where they go, which is not ideal. Kind of at a weird angle. But basically one is there, one is here. You need to unscrew both of those. And then we'll show you how to get the door panel off. That's one. And, you know, as always, this See, there you go. That's what happens. That breaks. And these cars are old. So a lot of them, these door panels are broken. And there's not really anything you can do about it. Minus buy a new one. Or try and find a decently not broken one. But that's what you get with a 20-year-old car. Alright, and then as far as this thing goes, the cover on this pretty much just pops off. Do have a small little screwdriver over here for that. And then I should be able to get my little tool in there. Pop that off. Now, that's going to be where your door tweeter is. You can see it right here. That's going to be coming out. But you don't need to take this part off to get the rest of the door out. So, in terms of getting the door off, it's kind of a weird trick to it. So basically, you want to start from the bottom, and there's another little clip on the front. Speaking of which, the front of the door, down near the door jamb and the kick panel, there's one of those like little plastic Christmas tree things. There's that. And then basically what you want to do, you're going to take the door, you're going to push it up, because I'll show you when you get this off. The clips on the door panel are kind of like a hook. So I'll show you when I get this off. Alrighty, we got the door panel off. So like I said, if you are familiar, or I guess if you're watching this video, you are familiar with the New Edge chassis, and you know that the interior is made of a bunch of plastic garbage. So there's your door panel, and you can see what I'm saying. So basically, when you're taking it off, it has all these little hooks. So you're going to need to shove the door from the bottom up to unhook those out of the door. And then you're going to have to wiggle it around the door handle like cup. I did actually have to remove the little tweeter pod. I lied to you. There's just one little 8mm bolt right there. There's a hole for it, you can see. And then one little connector. We're going to be coming back to that a little bit later. And then we've got to our door. So there's our door speaker that we're going to be removing here in a few minutes. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking the other door apart first. And this little thing here is just some sort of rubber gasket or something of the sort. I don't know what it is exactly. It's cheap sound deadening maybe. I don't know. But you can see where these are the holes for where the door panel goes. So you get the idea. That's supposed to be clipped on. But one and done. I'm going to do the other side. I'm not going to film it. It's the same thing. So the other door panel is off. So we're going to be moving on to tearing this apart. So I'm going to take the back seats out. If you've never done this before, it's pretty easy. There is a little tab kind of right in the middle of the seat. Sometimes it's helpful if you have a little screwdriver or something. But basically, if you push that tab in, it's like right there. There you go. The seat's going to pop up. You do the same thing on the other side, and then the whole thing lifts out. I'm thinking I can probably leave the actual like seat backs in there. I don't think those will be in my way, but we'll find out. Okay, so there's your back seat out. Pretty easy. Now, before we get into anything else, we're going to start seeing kind of how well this sub fits in here. Oh, yeah, I definitely don't need to remove these. We're at least going to kind of see how the sub box fits. Because I'm debating on how I'm going to mount the amp, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. Okay. The back seat of these things is miserably small. Starting to think maybe I should delete the rear seat. Anyways, we're going to need to remove these 3 bolts here. I got the wrong size driver here, but there's 1, 2, 3. That is going to allow this piece to come off, this big gray thing at the top here. That's going to allow that to come off and kind of give us a little bit more access to the rear deck. So that's the next step. Those are going to be a 10 millimeter bolt because I brought an 8 and that is too small. So, okay, so now that we have that out, we're going to need to remove this cover that's going to cover the rear deck. There's a couple push pins on either side, and then I want to say it pops out. Now, I've not dealt with the 460 stuff. I don't know if this grill needs to come off. My guess might be yes, because I think it's going to not allow you to get it out from the window. My V6 car didn't have those, so I'm not entirely sure. Also, those bolts were 8 millimeters. I grabbed the wrong size, just FYI. Also, FYI, if you ever want to remove the rear seat, a couple of your bolts are behind that little cover I just took off. So, I got my little plastic tools here. I'm just going to pop these plastic Christmas tree things out. Maybe. Oh man, they're in there pretty good. But we're going to pop those out and see how this thing comes off. Alright, we got this piece out. It looks like you're going to have to take this piece off, but you really don't. You can kind of force it out without having to remove that piece. And now we have access to the rear deck. So there's going to be a bunch of bolts for this amp rack here on the rear deck. So that's going to be what we're going to be trying to remove next. I'm going to unplug it first. There's a couple connectors here and here. And then once you do that, it's going to kind of drop down out of the hole. Okay, so like I said, once you get all those screws out, this thing's basically just going to fall out of the rear deck. So I'm going to go in the trunk, and we're going to see if we can take this thing out. Okay, so there it is. I'm going to have to unhook the wiring harness, and I also realized I made a little bit of a boo-boo where I actually zip-tied my rear camera wire to the harness for this stereo, so I'm gonna have to clip those zip ties to get that off too. So it's gonna take me a minute to kind of get this out. And there is your Mach 460 deck package removed. This thing is surprisingly heavy. It's gotta weigh 30 or 40 pounds. So how this system works, this is a woofer, then you got a tweeter. There's gonna be 2 plugs on there, and if I flip this thing, I unplugged the harness. I figured that was the easiest way to get it out. There's another plug you're going to need to unplug there. And then the amps. Hold on. So the amps actually have 2. There's one on each side. Put this over. There's one in here too. And then I pulled all the little like clips off of this thing. But yeah, you can see there's 2 small amps on this car. And yeah, like I said, this thing is surprisingly heavy. So I think I'm probably going to be a net zero really with putting a subwoofer back here, just because of how heavy this thing is. And here's the other end of that harness, like I said. So, you know, we got one that goes to the woofer, one that goes to the other side on the woofer. It's got some of these little clips. I'm going to have to trace the wire to figure out where it goes to, because it does unplug, but I'm not sure where it goes to. It just goes back into the trunk somewhere. So I'm going to have to find the other end of that and unplug it. All right, well, bad news. To get that wiring harness out for the factory stuff, it's actually behind this panel. So we're going to be having to pull that panel off. There's some sort of clip behind this thing, behind this like coat hook, and then I don't know, we'll figure it out, I guess, but womp womp. Maybe I can fix my stupid broken seatbelt while it's out, though. If anyone has a new Edge, once again, that's why you're watching this video, but the seatbelts in these cars are all fucking broken. Alright, so you pop this open, there's a screw back there. These are just clips. You're going to have to remove your seatbelt. This is a T50 Torx. So if you don't have one of those, you're going to need one. And then there's also 2 little like push pin things on this rubber gasket on the outside. And then I think past that, it should pretty much just pop off. So I'm going to remove this and we'll see if we can get this off. Okay, we got that apart. So there's actually 3 push pin clips, little Christmas tree things, behind this carpet for the back seat mount. You gotta take the seat mount out. There's a couple clips there. That broke, of course. It's impossible to take these things apart without breaking shit. There's another clip here, a couple pegs here. Conveniently, there is a little slot for the seatbelt to slide out of. See if we can maybe fix this thing while we're... Mine's all twisted. I don't know, I'll mess with that later. See if I can fix this while I'm in here. And then our wiring harness looks to be... Let's see here. I think it's this one. I'm just going to unclip that. And unclip this one. This brown one. There we go. And then that's your Mach wiring harness stuff. I have to pull it back out of the trunk, but it's those 2 clips. I'll probably just go ahead and tape off these connectors just so you know you're not touching anything with them. There's a couple wires in here as well. I think one is for my backup camera, and the other one is the power for my for the aftermarket fuel system. So yeah, anyways, lots of work just to get that harness out. I mean, realistically, you could leave it in there if you really wanted to, but I don't want to do that. So here we are, taking half the car apart. But I shouldn't need to take anything else apart at this point. Knock on wood, on metal. All right, we have the rear deck speakers in, screwed down, all that fun stuff. So now we're kind of working on moving from there. So there's my sub box. It does fit nicely without that Mach 460 plastic in there, so that will work. I need to get the trunk wood piece. I might have to make one since mine is missing because the corner of the box sits over the spare tire and I don't have one. But besides that, should fit. Now, in terms of putting the amp somewhere, I want to try and make this a clean install. So we are going to try to mount the amp in between the 2 rear deck speakers, which is going to require some custom mock-up. So I'm going to show you what we're working on.